In another life, across the sea or somewhere just as far away, I was Junior Field Medic Kyrie Amaranth. Now it's usually just Kyrie. It's been 14 years, 3 months, and 28 days since I've been home. I'm almost 200 years old, and sometimes I still catch myself counting the hours. I miss home. But more than home, I miss her, the Queen. The last time I saw her was when she was captured in the final days of the war, right before my exile. I just can't help but feel restless in this place. I guess that's why I took up wandering. But it hasn't been all bad. There are wonderful people in this part of the world. There's beauty, both natural and magical, just waiting to be found. And this is where I met Dev. They're not quite like anyone I've encountered before, but they remind me of home. It's been nice to have someone to travel with again. But I still call out to her every night. She never answers. I don't know if she's still out there, still alive, but I have to have faith. For myself, for my people, and for my queen.
Hi there. I'm Devereux. Devereux Thistlebrook. My family owns Featherdown Traders. It's a small farm and general merchant operation headquartered in the small hamlet of Featherton. It's just on the other side of the hills outside of Fabreach. The farm produces wonderful cheeses, and they grow, dry, and distribute many different blends of tea. My younger sister Desiree is taking over the family business for my mother. But me? I guess I'm a bit of an oddity in halfling culture. You see, most halflings are perfectly content to stay home and keep a predictable, dull routine. Ugh. Me, though? I don't care for business or homesteading or any of that predictable stuff. It's boring, mundane, sedentary. So I've decided to spend my life as an explorer, just like my dad before me. There's always so much out there to see. Plants, animals, and all manner of fantastic creatures. I just gotta get out and see it for myself. So, I use some of my skills to act as a cartographer and guide for hire for other adventurers and travelers. I also keep a journal of all my own experiences, and I catalog the strange and wonderful things that I've seen in my trips. Someday, I hope that I'll write a book of my own. And when it gets published, I can be famous. Well, I can be more famous than any other halfling I've ever heard of in the realms. You know?
Why, hello there. I'm Salix of the Evertrees. I was raised by my parents in the massive forest just south of Valzara with my brother Kendell. We are only about a year apart in age, and we've always been really close, but we're pretty different. I'm a druid of the land, tasked with the care of a very old willow tree. The magic was strong in my blood when I was younger, so I was marked with ink I made from her bark. Kendell, not so much. A while back, I also heard of the god Cord, and it struck something in me. Since then, I've been training with the monks at the monastery outside Valzara to answer the call of the Stormlord. I don't know what he has in store for me, but I know it's something important. I recently also had to get Kendell out of some trouble he got himself into after he decided to leave our people. Now we're on the road for adventure. I don't want to live without him. We belong together like tea and honey. I don't know how far I can go from my tree, though. No one in our community has ever left their grove for very long or gone very far. But I guess we'll find out. Willow will be safe with Mother and Father. I hope.
Hi there, my name's Kendell. Kendell Evertree from the Evertree Grove. It's a pleasure to meet you. Where are you from? Wait, no. That's not what this is about. Let me start from the beginning. I'm Kendell. Kendell Evertree, and I was born to the Evertree Grove. The Evertree Grove is south of Alzara. Normally an elf born into the grove becomes a druid, and becoming a druid means that you bond to a tree and you forever take care of it to make sure nothing ever happens to that tree. Now, although there's nothing wrong with that, that just wasn't me, which is a little strange, specifically because my mom and dad are the elders of the grove, and their firstborn is kind of expected to go down that same line. And to be honest, most everybody in the grove is a druid. Okay, everybody in the grove's a druid except for me. I'm actually quite proud of that. There isn't really anybody in the grove's history who didn't bond to a tree. Now, it kind of labeled me as an outcast, but that's okay with me. I don't plan on staying around too long, and I've actually left already, but I got myself into trouble. The trouble always seems to find me somehow. It's definitely not my fault. I don't care what Salix tells you. Oh yeah, and how could I tell you about myself without telling you about Salix? Salix is my younger sister and my best friend. She's basically the grove's prodigy. She's the best druid I've ever seen. And, well, she keeps me out of trouble. We do everything together, and, well, she's my voice of reason, and without her, I don't know what I'd do. But now we're going out into the world, and we're going to explore. We're going to see every corner of this world, and the realm, I know, has a lot to offer. So if you have any place that you know is amazing, just send me a message. I'd love to see it. Well, anyways, I'll see you around.
You good?
Nope.
Hey everyone! Welcome to Sunday Friends on Open for Adventure. I'm your host, Camille. I'll be running today's session as much as I run any session, that's for sure. Before we get started, any announcements that we have? I don't think so. Just that we're all really excited to be here. And we're excited for you all to be here. And we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons today. Some 5th edition. It's going to be a good time. Now, last week on Sunday Friends, Kendell, Salix, and Devereux discovered that the witch, the person that had read their tarot cards, was missing. Her tent burned down by a mob, apparently. They went after her, pulling Kyrie along as we regained Alex. Pulling Kyrie along. When they got there, they discovered that Sura had been taken by a group of cultists. What quickly became apparent to them was a group of cultists to the Whispered One. Wait, did y'all know that?
Nope.
Salix knew that.
I rolled high enough. I knew.
Salix knew that.
I hadn't shared yet, but I knew.
They promptly destroyed the cultists. They did leave one tied up in there with a 5 on a 5 rolled on the sleight of hand check to tie them up.
It looked fine.
It looked
we
fine.
had other things
It was
to
great.
do.
Yeah, it was great.
Oops.
What do you do with prisoners anyways?
Yeah.
I've never had one.
The rest.
Yeah, me neither.
The rest are killed. Some shot in the back. This is afterwards. The party.
When I saw that happened.
The party reeled from their first real encounter killing humanoids. Kyrie especially was affected, slipping into their winter eladrin form. Oh crap! I have art for that. Slipping into their winter eladrin form, which will be up shortly. They also discovered that Sura is a massiere, and is an oracle as well. From there, they have begun to make their way back to the city, to the town, with all of them are worn and weary, very tired from their long encounter in the caves. That is where we find you all. What would you like to do?
We already have rooms. Can we get baths, please? I would like a bath. I'm going to go look for a bathhouse.
So currently you are still in the woods.
Okay.
You're still in the woods in that campsite. You guys made camp and you cooked and ate.
Actually, is there a stream nearby?
You could look for one.
I will look for a stream or
It
a
is-
river or something.
It
I
is
would like to join you in looking for a stream.
winter and therefore it is very cold.
I still at least want to wash off a little bit. You know,
Definitely.
we're pretty nasty at this point.
And I'll bring a container to grab some water to bring back to camp. Okay.
Make a survival check, both of you. One of you could both make it or one with advantage.
I have a +3. How about you?
I'll do it. I have a +6.
There it is.
All right. Hey, that was 15 + 6, so 21.
It takes you a little bit because it was a little far away, but there is a trickling stream about a 5-minute walk from your current camp.
Okay. I'm very quiet on the walk. I don't really have anything to say.
Okay.
Or at least I'm not forthcoming with anything.
I also don't really say anything. Not too much, or not really anything actually. Probably not till we get to the stream. Did anybody else come with us, or was it just the two of us?
Kyrie, Devereux? No?
I imagine someone would want to watch camp.
Yeah. Sura stayed behind.
Okay. So we get to the stream and I kind of just start washing myself off quietly.
Same.
Is everything okay, Salix?
Everything's fine. It's fine. It's just been really eventful the past week. I didn't think it'd be so dangerous outside of our grove.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I didn't really expect these things to happen to us. Thought it was going to be more finding new flowers and making new friends.
Well, I guess if there's one thing that I know about the protection of our grove is that it's there to keep things like this from happening there. That's why Mother does what she does.
As much as I hate to admit it, she was right, wasn't she? Can I ask you something?
Just did.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Did you choose Willow or did Willow choose you?
It was... And I stop washing my hands and just kind of watch the water drip from them. It was more of a draw. Like you see a face or a place and there's just something about it that it sparks something in you. And it's not something that you can see or touch. It's just, it's kind of like joy. Almost like a kindred spirit. I just knew. You know, sometimes you just know.
I kind of wish I did.
I'm not that sure about everything, but some things.
I kind of sit down and I don't look at her, but I'm still using this wet rag that I pulled out to just wipe my face and my arms. Take a deep breath, and so there was no doubt. There's no regret. There's no, what if there was a different tree to bond with, or just,
Well, I
it
mean,
called to you?
there's plenty of trees out there. It's just they're not for me. And that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with them. It's just they're not meant for me. And that's okay. But, you know,
I want to know, Salix.
Sorry, it's hard to put this into words. I don't regret bonding with her, but I feel like we should have taken this trip first.
You know, Mom and Dad are the elders, and everybody expects things from us. Everybody expected a lot of things from us. I know Mom and Dad still expect us to come back, and I know you will, and I'll make sure that you do. But here we are looking for more, and I'm looking for more, and it feels like everyone and everything's expecting something from me again, and I don't know. I don't know if they chose the right person.
I have been kind of sitting on the balls of my feet, kind of crouched down over the side, watching the water drip down. And I actually kind of use that to turn and look you in the face, and I fling the excess water off my hands before I touch your shoulder, and I say, Kendell Evertree, would you trust anyone else to do what you've been asked to do?
The only person I absolutely trust is you, Salix.
And that's why I'm here with you. But I can't think of a person in this world that I would trust the fate of everything I love in their hands other than you and myself and Kyrie and Dev.
But what if it doesn't matter?
Well, it's not up to us anyways, is it? Really?
I guess that's what I'm kind of tired of. But I know that I'll I know I'm not going to pass up another chance to make somebody proud.
You've already made me proud.
A little biased, though, don't you think?
No, I'm not biased at all. Why would you say that?
You're supposed to be proud of me. I'm always proud of you.
Well, that doesn't mean I have to be proud of you, but I am.
Kind of does, though. Just, you don't regret coming with me, do you?
No. I wish I would have waited a bond, but I wouldn't
wish I
trade
would've-
this for the world.
And I wish I would have stopped you.
You apparently had other plans that day.
I
Think I didn't notice when you were gone?
know you notice everything, but I know that you always get it, bringing it up when it's time to bring it up. You know when I lie. You know when I play dumb. You know when I know things. You know when I feel things. And you know when's the perfect time to talk to me about it.
Well,
I know it takes me a while, but sometimes I just need some time before I can talk about it.
yeah. Well, everybody has their own time. We'll figure it out.
We always
sure
do, don't we?
There's other people we can trust, but just,
Do you think maybe my doubt is what's holding me back?
probably. You tend to underestimate yourself sometimes, Fuzzy.
I don't know why. I think it's just
Because
everybody in the Grove is just so remarkable, and I just feel so unremarkable.
no, you're just... That's not the right place for you. It doesn't mean you're not remarkable. It just means that's not your place. It might be where you're born, but it's not where you have to stay. That's why we're doing this, to find you somewhere you belong. Come on, let's refill these canteens and get back to the group.
I kind of grab you as you turn around, and I hug you as hard as I possibly can.
You get a fierce hug back.
Kyrie and Devereux. Sura is napping quietly. Devereux, as you sit next to Kyrie, you feel their body temperature has dropped significantly.
Kyrie, I pull out my giant parchment and drape it over top of the two of us sitting together. You feel a little cold. Is there a fire?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. And I get up and I find some wood out of the pile and I start putting it in to try and stoke the flames a little bit. And I turn as I throw the last stick in, and And look at Kyrie and yes. And then I look back to the fire and say, "Thank you, Sticks." And get back and sit next to you. Are you feeling well?
I don't know. It's never been like this before. How are
Yeah.
you?
I kind of take a moment and remember that I'm covered in cuts and little lacerations from the fight. And I'm just like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm tired.
Alex question, are you down any HP?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Shit, I used all my lay on hands on fucking Zura. Never mind.
We cool. I'm just a little tired, you know. I think having a chance to sit and rest is good enough for me. It's been a long day.
It has.
You know, I haven't even had a chance to mark anything on my map. So I'll sit down and start working on the map for today. If you remember anything I missed, just let me know.
I will.
And that's what I will be doing.
You may all take the benefits of a short rest if you'd like.
Oh, I would love to.
Kendell and Salix make it back to the camp, where they find Devereux, Kyrie, and a sleeping Sura. Y'all, hold on. Hold on. Keep it.
We got some water for you if you want to wash off your hands and faces.
Or if you're thirsty.
Yeah, that too.
If I might, DM, sorry, interjecting, I'd like to use 2 of my hit dice to recover.
Not a problem.
8.
Sura slowly wakes and begins to rummage through her component pouch. Pulls out a small vial. Looks each of you up and down, kind of surveying you. She wanders over to you, Salix, and hands it to you. Here, drink this. It will help you feel better.
Oh, thank you. I will sniff it first. What does it smell like?
It's a healing potion.
Okay, I will drink it.
You may roll.
What kind of healing?
Regular.
potion?
2d4 plus either 2 or 4. Whatever.
It's 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh poo. Okay, that's fine. 5, 6, 7.
Sir kind of looks around and says, also, I don't know if you know this, but that woman, Larkin, she is the one who told them where I was. The cultist.
You know, somehow that makes sense.
She is more than she appears to be. Be careful of her.
Thank you for letting us know.
You are welcome.
Did she know who they were?
Yes.
Is she one of them?
this young woman is a woman of her own making. I've read her tarot, and I think that is part of the reason why I was targeted. I pulled some information about her that I was surprised to learn. She works with someone called the Mad Lich King.
Well, I know who that is. Okay, that's...
Do you really?
Well, kind of, no. Well, I heard. It's fine.
It is my understanding that Larkin is working with a dedicated group of people to take down the gods, to reduce their powers, doing everything that they can, from killing high priestesses to... I don't know if you heard, but a few years ago one of Pelor's sentries was burnt down. I had the vision of that. I saw 2 people and she was one of them who burnt it down. And when she did so, it dramatically decreased Pelor's power, his influence over this area.
Did you tell anyone that you had that vision?
I did not know it was her until I read her tarot last night.
Oh.
You know, I don't think it would be a good idea to go back to that town then.
I am not going to.
Where are you headed?
I am being called to Asmarin, I think. Something in my heart is pulling me there.
I look over at Dev and I say to them, "Where's Asmaran?"
Oh.
It's not on your map. Oh, okay.
Kendall, I haven't been very far.
I don't know. You may know more than me. I have 0 maps. I only remember where I've been. Wait, we haven't been in Asmaran ever. This is Juan asking. Okay. I didn't think so.
Is that the direction that we were traveling already?
What direction were you traveling?
North?
Northeast? Northeast?
Asmarin is southeast of here. Do not feel as though you have to come with me. I am perfect.
Well, no, we were just gonna offer to, travel together for a while if it was like on the way or something.
Of course. This is where our paths will probably diverge. Not forever. Just for now.
Well, I don't know about everyone else, but I think I need to lie down.
Yeah.
Get some rest.
I would like to lay down.
Go ahead. I'm just going to take a few steps away. I will still be in sight. I just have a ritual I need to complete.
Yeah, that's fine. I will relax.
You watch as Sura, in her dark clothes, leather armor, walks about 20-30 feet away into the snow, down the path. And she begins to sway slightly, as if she is beginning a dance. Her feet move gently. Her body turns and shifts, and you see her mouth moving, though you don't hear any words. After about 10 minutes, you hear the familiar sound of a horse begin to trot up. This horse is entirely pitch black. Dark mane, dark tail. Not a single speck of light on its body. It is also massive, at least 18 hands tall. So much bigger than she is, she looks like a child standing next to it. And you see as the horse approaches her, it moves slowly, coming to a stop just in front of her and places its nose right against her chest. She takes the time to gently stroke its face and its ears, running her fingers through the mane. And as she walks back towards you all, it follows.
Could I get up and like sort of take her aside before she reaches the camp?
Sure, of course.
Yeah, I mean, make sure to bring my pack with me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello.
Can we talk?
Of course. What do you need?
I'm gonna pull out the fucking book. So I will pull out the God's Fall book, I guess.
How did you get this?
Funny story. Salix and I were captured by necromancers, and when we went back to retrieve our things, this was retrieved as well.
How long have you had this?
A few weeks, maybe.
Weeks?
Not more than that.
And you're still alive?
I assume so.
Has anybody come after you? Zombies, skeletons, revenants?
Not to my knowledge. Is that something we should have expected?
Do you have a bag of holding, an extra dimensional space or something?
No.
Okay, here, take mine and put it in there right now. She reaches around and pulls out a bag, and the first thing she does is she opens it and dumps. You see many things begin to fall out, and she passes you the bag. Put it in there right now.
Okay.
She hands you the bag. Hold this. You watch as she begins to kind of kneel down and sort through. Kind of like gestures you to come down with her while she... Do you know anything about that book?
I don't know its history. I know some of its contents.
You really are part of all of this. This book was written by the Mad Lich King. It is a guide on how to destroy the gods, which is his goal. His and the Whispered One.
Gods and other things.
Yes, divine beings. Those who are supposed to be immortal. Archfey. He has already taken one. Two, perhaps. It is unclear what happened to the second. You are familiar with Ektiarn, I am assuming?
Yes.
You are aware that he was slain?
Yes. I wasn't in the Feywild at that point. This was post, yeah.
You would have felt it, though.
Yeah, I imagine.
The Mad Lich King is making moves, and divine beings, they have a right to be scared. The problem is no one knows how they got this information. That book right there. That is a dangerous book, and it cannot be destroyed. And there's something about the book, though, that does not make sense. The Mad Lich King, he serves the Whispered One. However, the Whispered One is the God of Secrets. And as the God of Secrets, it is his domain to hide things like this, so that other people may not have access to this power. So how is this book getting spread around? How is it traveling the way it is? I don't understand. And now you have it, and you are... the four of you together, it's... I read your friends' tarots. I could read yours if you want. I've always had a talent for them.
Okay.
She's kind of organizing, kind of putting things into different pouches, and she pulls out a portable hole from like a breast pocket and lays it out and puts other things that don't fit in there and closes it up, puts it in her back pocket.
Rad.
Very cool. Not right now. I'm a little out of sorts at the moment. But I will give you a reading one day.
Okay.
The point is that if you have this, then somehow you are going to be linked to all of it. I would tell your friends to prepare yourself for what is to come. For the war that is to come. What?
I wanted to talk to you about this because we don't want this.
I know.
It's in our possession, but quite frankly, it shouldn't be. It should be in the hands of someone much more powerful and much more capable of protecting and hiding this sort of thing. Not for random wanderers.
You think you are for random wanderers? Is that really what you think? Truly?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Very well. I will take it if you'd like.
Okay. I'll hand her the bag of holding back.
Okay. She'll tie it back around her waist. This does not relieve you of your part to play.
And what part is that?
I do not know. You are skeptical.
I've done this before. I don't want any part of it.
I know. But this, it will be different this time around. I know that the war that you saw was grand. And it felt like it was the end of the world, but this is bigger. It's all connected. All of it. Even the parts that seem like they are not. You have two options. You can run and let them chase you till they slowly catch up. And you are not ready because you have spent all of your time running, hiding, feeling sad, being hard on yourself. Or you can stop running. you can take the time to grow stronger. Spend more time with this group. Lift each other up, support each other. That way when they reach you, you have not run, but you are ready to face your destiny, whatever form that takes. Now, I am only an oracle of war. What do I know? One day, these people will need you. We will all need you. And you can run. You can walk away, even. But
I'm not sure there's anywhere left for me to run. But what would you suggest I do? Do you think we should continue heading northwest to find this army that's
Army?
written about in here?
What army?
Apparently, there is an army either currently at or being assembled, or something similar to the northwest.
Can you show me where you learned this?
Was that in this book, or was that in one of Kendall's, the journal tome things?
It was in another book.
Okay.
If you show me where you learned this, I could tell you. If it's an army, I know where it is.
I don't have it on me. I believe this was not the only book we found.
Sure. To the northwest. That is surprising. It would be the first I've heard of it. I know that there is a prophecy, a riddle, if you will, about a very fabled place called the Well of Wonder. And in order to get to the Well of Wonder, you must... how does the rhyme go? Let me think. Those who wish to challenge fate to a jumbled shout walk straight. Sunrise fires and dexterity find where serenity used to me. At the high place near the skies, will look for other watchful eyes. Sleep not neath the dark pine trees. Be on your guard, take not your ease. Voyage in the daylight, voyage when the daylight dims. Danger in the water swims. Ah, make no sound with spear or sword, lest you wake the dark prince's horde. There is a skeleton army, nearly 500 strong, that meander aimlessly in the snow by the Well of Wonder, and that is very north, that is far east of here. But you can only access it once a year on the, I mean, the army, I guess you could get to them anytime you wanted, but the Well of Wonder is only once a year. Perhaps that the Dark Prince's Horde is what that book was referring to. But I could take a look to be sure.
Well, to my knowledge, that's in Kendall's possession, and I suppose you could ask him.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah, I could ask him, yes, but to answer your question of where you should go, it depends on what you need. What do you need to do to get stronger? What do you need to do to reach your own personal goals?
I don't know. I don't know what the others would need, and well, for me to get stronger is not entirely in my hands.
Why? Because you are a paladin.
More or less.
There are plenty of things that you can do. Finding small towns like this and finding your need there, finding their needs and helping to fulfill it. Not a lot of people are as powerful as you. You could do a lot of good. You could help a lot of people. Even to make some coin along the way. The factions are warring. The Silence, the Covenant, the Assembly. Everyone is after something. The cult of the Dragon Queen are raising an army as well. Bound by a new leader, a young man, whom they called the Prince. Demons and devils are appearing. Portals to hell and the abyss are appearing everywhere. Do you have a Horizon Walker with you?
Maybe we'll follow his lead then.
She offers her hand to you to take your... I may not be able to read your cards right now, but I can tell you some things if you'd let me.
Sure, I'll give her my hand.
She turns it over, your palm over to face her. This is very clear that you want to go home. I can tell you with certainty that you will go back. One day, when the time is right, you will see her again.
I will?
Yes. Maybe not in the way that you expect. Yes. You only need your faith. That is all. In this dangerous and terrifying world, if you hold tight to your faith, it will hold tight to you.
I will put my glove back on. I assume I was wearing gloves. It's cold as shit. Thank you.
She walks past you towards the group.
Yeah, get back in the freaking scroll blanket with Dev.
What are you cuddling under? What is that? Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a blanket.
It's
Leather,
not
I
a
think.
blanket. What? No,
It's
don't
a giant spell scroll.
It is a giant spell scroll. Do you know what this could do?
No.
Yes,
Serves-
we can't figure out how to actually use it though.
So far, it's just keeping us warm.
Would you
It
like me
makes
to
a good
teach you?
blanket.
Yes, please.
Oh my god, you're using this as a blanket. Do you know how much this costs?
It's a very good blanket.
Oh god, I think I might faint. This is insane. Okay, alright.
Please.
Of course. Okay, what is I don't actually read giant, but I know how these work. What is this one?
This one is protection.
Okay.
And I would like to make sure that Dev gets this one.
Okay, Dev, would you like it on your actual person, or would you like it to be put on an item, perhaps?
I stand up with it like draped on me. It's on me right now.
No, I mean, like, would you like this is a buff. It will buff you against your enemies. It will make it harder to hit you. I could either put it on a sword or a piece of armor or something, or I could put it on you and it will be with you as long as you are alive.
I mean, but
You did say you wanted to be the first person protected by giants.
I'd like to see you buff.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. I don't understand half of the words you just said, but
Well,
do it to me,
Okay.
Yes, do it.
All right. Well,
please, because I'm
Please.
polite.
I need the spell scroll, please.
I toss the blanket at her.
Oh, goodness gracious! Be gentle with it. Swear to the Raven Queen you are going to make me absolutely crazy. She starts to roll it out. Gently place it on the ground. No. Devereux, come here. Stands right next to this thing. Yes, right there. Yes, good job.
Like this? Okay.
Yes, yes.
What do I do with my hands? Do I just hold them up?
Sure, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, close your eyes.
Okay.
She begins to sing. In Celestial. Does anybody speak Celestial?
No.
None of you understand the words that she's saying. However, it is beautiful, melodious. You can't tell if she's speaking or singing or if it's some combination of both. But the spell scroll begins to light up a bright blue, bright white, as if energy is emanating from it. And you watch as she begins to pull this energy out with her hands, pulling it from the spell scroll and wrapping it around Devereux's body. This light begins to swirl. Keep your eyes closed.
I am. What's going on?
And she begins to continue to wrap it around, and with a big breath in, the energy is absorbed into Devereux's body. Devereux, you now have a +1 to your armor class permanently.
Hooray!
yay!
Neat.
That was
Oh,
so amazing.
Can I open my eyes now?
Yes, you can open your eyes now.
I think I understand. Can I try this one?
Yes, you have to be very careful.
I don't
Okay.
look any different.
Kyrie, come here. And I grab the one for might, and I try to infuse Kyrie with might.
She begins to walk you through the process, teaching you the words. She says you can sing it in any language. It just needs to be something personal for you.
Ooh, I start singing it in Druidic.
Yes. Once again, she guides your hands, putting her arms around you, guiding your hands to show you how to activate the seal, and then transfer that seal onto Kyrie's person, onto Kyrie's soul, essentially. Kyrie's frame, Kyrie's body, everything that Kyrie is. And the both of you together are able to pull this light green energy out and place it onto Kyrie. Kyrie, you'd have a +2 permanent buff to your strength. You watch as Kyrie's muscles begin to grow stronger.
Yes. Oops. I I grab my wisdom scroll and I'll walk over to Salix and I'll say, I think it's your turn, Petals.
Oh, okay. Here, stand right here, and
No, I mean it's your turn, Petals.
but this one was yours.
Close your eyes, Salix.
I think you should listen to her. And I'll step back.
All
This
right.
one lights up a faint crimson as she once again performs this dance. Beautiful singing reaches all of your ears as the energy is transferred to Salix's form. Salix, if you peek your eyes open, the rest of you can see her tattoos that are normally a bright green. They glow with a faint crimson for just a moment. Salix, you have a +2 to your wisdom. And this ignores the 20 boundary. So just so you know that you can bump yourself up. So this does, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I cannot believe. How long have you had these? These are incredibly rare items.
Just a few days.
To be honest, I forgot we had them.
Now they're blankets. For real.
Do we still have them or were they consumed?
Yeah, do we still have the leather?
The leather's still there, yeah. But
Perfect,
they're blank,
yes.
yeah.
See, look, we still have blankets.
Perfect. I mean, I still don't really know what this did, but the colors were really nice.
Yeah.
You
Salix,
all.
you're standing on my leather still.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. Here we go. Thank you, Sarah.
You are
Thank
welcome. You earned it. Kendell, can I speak to you?
Oh. I look at Salix and I look away and then I say, okay, yeah.
I will start looking very busy across the camp. Very busy. Definitely not listening.
I'm distracted by Kyrie's new swole muscles.
Kyrie's looking hot. That's canon.
Always has been.
Kendell, not Salix, Sura pulls you off away from the group. Your friend Kyrie told me that you had the book on, that spoke of an undead army.
What? Book?
Kyrie, your friend, they told me that you have a book.
Oh, they told you about the weird one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have some books.
I just wanted to. You don't have to give them to me. I just wanted to make sure that what they were talking about is what is actually somewhere else.
Oh.
I think.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'd have to go back to kind of walk back and grab my satchel or my bag or whatever and bring it back. Yeah, I have these three. I think Salix has another one. But here are these three. They look like journals, I think.
Which one did you find it in?
Find what?
The knowledge about the army.
The army. Oh, yes. And then I kind of rifle through all of them and flip through the pages. No, this one. Here. Right here. And I point her to it.
She reads over it, her brows furrowing. Yes, this is the Dark Prince's hoard. Yes, this is not in the northeast. It's in the north, or not in the northwest. It's in the northeast. It's very far from here. But you should still stay away from it. It's massive.
No, we have another book, and we're trying to figure out what to do with it.
Kyrie spoke to me about it. Yes.
I think I don't know if we want to keep it, but well, we don't know what to do with that book, but all I know is that we got to make sure it doesn't get into the wrong hands.
I'll take care of it for you. I have it with me.
Wait, when did you get that book?
Kyrie just gave it to me.
Oh, they did.
Seems as though you are all worried about the same thing.
I don't think I would have given it to you, though.
You do not trust me.
I don't trust the people who are looking for you.
It's safe with me.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I trust you.
You do not have to. I would understand if you didn't. If you want it back, you can
I don't
take
know
it.
if I don't want any of these books, but I think I need to stop doubting my place here. Obviously, I can't see or understand a lot of these things that are happening to us or me. But people count on me and I need to count on myself.
You are very wise.
But I think I need to stop being so unsure.
What are you unsure of? Right
What
now.
to do always.
We are all unsure of what to do, always. Don't let anybody fool you into thinking they aren't. It's part of this. She
Give me the book.
reaches into her, well, she unlatches her bag from her shoulder and hands it to you. You must keep it in here. Only pull it out when you need to. This is an extra dimensional space where it cannot be tracked. Not without extreme magic.
So this is what it feels like to be sure about something.
What do you mean?
I think my doubt has been amplifying some feelings, or has been making certain things worse than if I've been so sure. And here I am making my first sure decision, and something good came of it. This bag that hides it, that can't be a coincidence. I'll grab the book, the bag, and I'll put that in my bag.
It's called a bag of holding. It's actually very big, so it's not something you could put like in another bag. So it's like a satchel.
It's a satchel, huh? Hold on a second. And I'll pull out the leather that I just grabbed from Salix that she was standing on, and I start kind of covering that bag with the leather, so it looks like a leather-bound bag instead. I hope they won't be too mad at me, but today's the day. Today's the day that I stop running.
She puts her hand on your bicep. Gives it a light squeeze. You will not be far from my thoughts.
And you won't be either. Do you need anything before you go?
No. No, but I must go. No.
I'll put my hand behind her neck and put her hair over her ear and just give her a light kiss on the cheek.
She will smile at you and then kiss you on the lips if you'll let her.
I'll let her.
She pulls away. You will be okay. I believe in you. And just do me one favor.
What's that?
When she calls for you, answer.
Yeah. Whoever that may be, I will.
Very good. She walks past you. To the others. I owe you all a debt that cannot be repaid in gold or any other coin. Please know that whenever you need me, I will be there. Do not hesitate to call upon me in Asmarin for the time that I'm there.
Will you just know? Well, you said whenever you need me, I'll be there. Will you just know?
I will know.
Well, I wish you all the luck in your travels. Do you need anything to take with you for...
No, thank you, Salix. You are a kind and wonderful woman. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Take care of yourself, okay?
Take care of each other. Friends. She'll turn and walk back to her horse. Somehow is able to get on without any help. You're all surprised as she's pretty agile, riding on this horse without saddle, using the mane as a bridle. The horse seems to respond without any verbal commands. She rides off.
I instantly, as soon as she leaves, I am already examining Kendall's face. See what he's looking like.
Actually, kind of have a smirk on my face, and my eyes aren't drooping like they've been, and standing a little taller with my shoulders kind of confident. Can I help you with something, Petals?
No, it's fine. And I start to pack up camp. At least my part of it.
Yeah, can I let me help you with that.
Sure. Actually, does anybody know what we're gonna do now?
I don't know about everyone else, but I need to sit in hot water for a little bit. Gotta make some Kendall stew.
I could definitely go for a bath.
That's what I meant
You're
to say.
smelling very strong as well, brother.
Thanks, Petals.
You're welcome. Try to be honest with you.
I look over at Dev and I say, "Are you hungry?"
Didn't we already eat? Yeah.
Well, I mean technically.
When is that
yes.
ever a question that Dev asks?
Kendall's taken aback a little bit. Just that wasn't my question.
Are you feeling okay, Dev? Kyrie? Kyrie, you're looking a little blue. Is there anything you want to talk about, or?
I kind of like look at my hands. Yeah, this one's new to me too. But we'll talk about it later.
We have time. It's not.
I know.
As you all sit and contemplate what to do next, that is where we are going to take our quick break. Please, everyone, sit up, stretch, get some water. We will be right back.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all. Like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right and away, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry want your pandemonium. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. And give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you left me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
And we are back. Welcome to the second half of today's session of Sunday Friends. We are going to pick up this scene in town. The four of you return, somewhat triumphantly, somewhat defeated. There is a bathhouse that, if you would like to, you may make your way towards. If that is your
Yes,
intent.
please.
This bathhouse is rather large, big wooden and brick building. The first floor is made of brick. The second half is made of wood. You see steam coming up through various chimneys in this massive structure. As you make your way through the double front door, you see there are two entrances on either side and a bar in the center. At this bar is an attendant who smiles at you. She is a human, maybe in her late 40s. Gives you a soft, kind of short brown hair. Gives you a soft smile. Hi, hello, welcome in. Would the four of you like a spa service today?
Yes, please.
Very good, very good. So we have the bathhouse, of course. There are 4 pools inside. Also inside, you might be offered some massage services for a small fee, and if you'd like, you can leave your clothing in a special bin, and with 2 silver in addition, you can have your clothes cleaned.
Ooh, me please. Yes, okay.
Sounds like a
Perfect.
good idea.
Yes.
I'm Tamara. It's nice to meet you all. Now, it will be, for the spa services just by itself, it will be 5 silver each.
Okay.
So 2 gold, or 1 gold per 2 people.
I will put a gold. I will give her 2 gold.
Very good. Very good. Now you may enter on either side and undress to your comfort.
Thank you.
Without skipping a beat, taking off all my clothes.
Right here. Oh, once you get inside, there's a locker room inside.
Oh. I need
Not
that.
everyone is as used to bodies as us. Come on, Fuzzy, let's go.
And I start pulling his arm.
I've never been to one of these before.
Kendell, you go through this swinging door and you see a large room with cubbies of all kinds. There's a special blue cubby where you can place your clothing and a silver or 2 silver on top, and an attendant will take it and clean it for you. Aside from the 4 of you, though, there's no one in this room. There's various benches and cubbies to put things.
I get my things and I put them into one of the cubbies, but I get my leather-bound bag of holding and I put that one in the back and then put my other stuff in front of it.
Okay.
Now, is this all one area or is it all separate?
The locker room, there's another door that you walk through to get to the actual baths.
Okay. I will go ahead and put my stuff right next to Kendall's and go on.
I actually have a bathhouse playlist. Isn't that crazy?
I will also take 4 silver out of my bag and take, after Kendall stuffed his clothes into the little cubby hole, I will take that out, put it with my own, and the 4 silver.
Very good.
Kyrie, Dev, did you want laundry too?
I've never been to a bathhouse before.
I'm
eh,
naked.
Just
I'm
boy,
naked, standing
okay.
Superman style, just
All right.
looking at them.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and I turn around. Oh, okay. I'll be with you in just a second.
Oh, you're not as comfortable. Okay, come on, Fuzzy. Let's go get into baths so that Dev's not quite so uncomfortable.
You got it. And how big is this bath?
As you exit this locker room, essentially, you look out and you see this massive 50 square foot square kind of rectangular bath area, and there's 4 of them identical. Steam rolls around this room, providing decent cover. There's also there are curtains that you can draw between baths as well. And there are attendants kind of walking about, offering refreshments like drinks and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I cannonball into the first one that I see.
Yes!
I will gracefully pick one away from that one. Just
So you're gonna go to it. So these bats are very big. They're meant for like 10 or 15 people to be in at the same time.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'll get in.
But you don't have to. You could go to the next one over if you want.
No, I'll get in the same bath. Why the heck not?
I will end up being behind Salix, paid to get my stuff cleaned and everything.
Sure.
I do the same. Shove everything in the cubby and slip out, ducking in the steam to slide into the bath.
You have.
Oh, that's warm.
It's very warm. It's very soothing. Very relaxing. I will the same.
Just instantly go under and sit for a moment, and then I'll come up and just sit up against the side.
Yeah, I'll take out the whatever, like my ties in my hair, and I'll dip my head into the water and just throw it up so the water goes like flying everywhere, and then I throw my arms on the side of the edge and I kind of just
Like a Witcher pose, like.
Oh, there you go. Except my feet are still in.
You have to splash everywhere all the time.
No, but it's more fun this way.
I suppose so.
These aren't as hot as the hot springs back home, but they feel pretty good.
How deep is the tub?
About 6 or 7 feet in the middle. It kind of has a gentle slope, so you could the sides right by where you get in are maybe 2 feet deep, so that a regular humanoid could sit, but a small human or small creatures like gnomes and halflings can stand. And there's even on one side there's a bench so that it's a little bit more accessible for them.
Okay. Then I'm sitting on that bench with my hands in my lap.
I'm taking a look at this sounds really fucking weird, but my body? Because I've had a lot of physical changes within the past 24 hours between going into winter mode and then just getting super buff. So I'm just kind of taking that all in.
Yeah, it's not just your arms either. It's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salix is actually having kind of a hard time keeping her eyes off Kyrie because she's like, wow. Cool. Meanwhile, Salix has a giant scar down almost the entire front of her torso, like collarbone to belly button from where she got ripped open.
Still pretty fresh, yeah.
Yeah.
And much like my sister, I was also paying attention to Kyrie as they were inspecting themselves, and prompted me to inspect myself, and I see 3 big scars in my chest from when that devil's pitchfork got me. Kind of just rubbing it a little bit.
We've all changed a lot in the past couple days.
It's only been a couple days.
Yeah, well.
I look at myself. I don't think I'm any different.
Dev, you're absolutely glowing.
Everyone's looking at Kyrie. Why is
Oh.
everyone looking at Kyrie?
I'm not looking at Kyrie, and I look away.
I was looking at you, Dev.
I don't. No.
I mean, I looked at Kiri, but I was just looking at you. You're glowing.
Oh yeah, they are glowing.
Yeah.
Is it magical?
I'd say so.
You are pretty magical.
Oh God. Stop. This is just stop.
Dev, can you do one of these for me?
I cross my arms. You're making fun of me.
No, I'm not. You look stronger. Not
Okay.
that I'm keeping count, but I mean.
I flex.
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel stronger?
No.
Well,
It must be all that firewood I've helped carry.
you know, I was gonna say the same thing. Okay, no, I wasn't, but we'll get more firewood and we'll work on it.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
Are we allowed to sleep in here?
No, it's not for sleeping, it's for bathing.
You'll turn into a prune.
What's a prune?
It's a really wrinkly fruit.
There's a lot of those, Dev.
Well, you'll get
they
all wrinkly.
They get wrinkly if you leave them out too long.
You see, you got to leave them out, Dev. I'm in.
Yes, it's kind of opposite. Yeah, I would suggest you don't take too long of a bath.
Well, I gotta say, it feels really good in here.
It does. It does indeed.
I know you're not surprised by what I'm gonna say next, but is anybody else hungry again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a long trip back to town.
For a while.
Would you like a refreshment?
Oh, where'd you come from?
You see a dwarven female who is a little bit on the shorter side, but she walks around in this dark purple robe. Wine, perhaps, with some cheese.
Salix, what's cheese again?
Fuzzy, you know what cheese is. We've talked about this. You like it. Believe me, just eat it.
All right.
It's different
Okay.
depending on what kind you have.
What kind of cheese do you have?
Kendall, fuck you. We have a nice brie and some blue, if you'd like.
What's your favorite?
I'm partial to the blue. But
Bring
it's got
me-
a strong flavor. I like strength in my cheese.
Oh. I will take your strongest blue, please.
Ooh, adventurous. I like it. Here you are, love. That'd be 5 copper.
Salix, did you bring money with you?
It is due after you leave the bath.
I will pay you after.
Very well.
Oh. It's got a strong smell.
You said you wanted strong cheese.
I didn't know what I was asking for.
Just
but
eat it.
I will just eat it. Would you like some, Dev?
No, you enjoy your cheese. I want to watch you eat it.
That's not weird. But I will eat this cheese for you. Very good. Very good cheese. This would go good with some salty meats.
Would you like some salty meats?
Yes.
I will bring you some.
Just not this just like mildly salty. This is very salty.
our finest salted meats for you, sir.
I
anybody
sink
else want
below
meat?
the surface and everybody else just sees bubbles.
Does anybody else want salty meat?
No,
I'll
that's
settle
all
for
you,
some
Kendall.
wine.
Oh, I'm gonna eat alone.
I pop back up. I'll take some wine, please.
White or red?
Yeah, red is probably better.
It's too hot
And
here for
some
white.
and some cold water.
I can bring this to you. She departs and comes back with water for you, Kendall. Wine for you, Salix. And you too, anything for you, fine people on this day?
Oh, I'll just have some wine.
White or red?
Red.
Red. Very good. You look like you could use some color. And for you?
Do you have chicken?
Make a persuasion check.
I persuade them with a 19 for chicken.
You know, I think that I can procure some for you. You just hold tight. I'll be
You had
back.
chicken this whole time?
And a glass of white wine, if you would, please.
I would.
Thank you so much. I flash a smile.
Ooh. She walks away.
Wish I brought my pipe with me into the bath. Ooh, I scurry out and go get it. And come back with
I
with
watched
my
Dev
pipe.
scurry away.
His white ass.
Me too.
No, they run pretty quick when it's for the pipe.
Y'all are the worst.
It's natural. It's just how our bodies were made. You don't choose your body. I think everybody can agree on that.
Yep.
So,
I was just gonna say a few minutes go by, and the dwarven woman comes back with each of your requests. Devereux, for you, she has a whole fucking chicken that's just been. It's like a whole rotisserie chicken on a plate.
Yes. All right, this is a meal. Thank you. I just go at it.
Okay.
That's fascinating. I've never seen anyone eat a chicken like that.
It's pretty salty.
Why is this chicken salty?
I don't know. They salt everything here. Look, there's cheese, this meat.
The wine's not salty, is it? I swear to. Thank goodness.
Make an insight check on the wine.
Wait, really? It's an 8.
Oh yeah, no, it's not salt. I wasn't serious about that insight check on the wine.
I was like, you serious? Okay.
No, gosh, the wine is fine. And Kyrie, you get your glass of wine as well.
I'm also watching Dev somehow.
I mean,
harass
like
chicken.
the platter of chicken is just on the side near the bath, and I'm just like hanging out, cutting into it and eating it. And then after I take some bites, I just put my pipe in my mouth and point at the bowl, and it lights up with a little glow. Magic. And settle in with the wine in one hand and the pipe in the other.
Eris is dealing with technical difficulties.
Kyrie, would you like some chicken?
Hello?
Oh, I'm not hungry.
Okay. I can't hear anybody.
She'll figure it out.
No chicken. Okay. Kendall's got a salted meat, so they obviously don't.
Oh,
need
and the
any.
salty cheese. Look, it's blue.
Not literally blue.
It's got little specks.
Salix, would you like some chicken?
oh yes, please. Can I have a leg? Or is there one left?
Yeah, you can have a leg.
Oh, thank you.
Yank it off and hold it out.
Oh, I need another glass of water. Did anybody see the name of this bathhouse?
Everybody give me a redacted, not redactive, recursive? No, what's the word for like it happened in the past?
Retroactive?
Retroactive perception check.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Oh, that was really bad.
9.
Kyrie?
I got an 11.
No,
I
none
got
of
like
y'all.
a
No one remembers.
6.
Nope, none of you remember.
You know, I think it was like the. I don't know. It was Soaring Waters or something.
I had to have been salty pools or something.
I was gonna say, wasn't it something about anchovies?
Wait,
You
stop
know
right
what?
there.
I bet they make everything salty here, so you drink more.
Oh, you should not drink the bathwater.
I spit out the bathwater. Oh. Yeah.
What the
Probably a good idea.
Kendall, you're not supposed to drink.
I take another sip of wine.
It's just so salty, Petals. But I
You're-
can't stop eating it.
You know that this bath water has everything that we've, been through in the past couple days in it.
Yes.
Just think about that.
I didn't drink
water
it.
blood.
I didn't drink the water.
It was in your mouth.
It got in there somehow. I don't know how to explain it.
I love you, Kendall. I love you very, very much.
Hey, I love you too, Petal. And I love you, Dev, and I love you, Kyrie. It's only been a couple days, but it's what I'm feeling right now. And oh my God, my mouth is like a desert. I need water.
Have a sip of wine while you wait.
Oh, that's old. Grape juice. Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's exactly what wine is. Really old grape juice.
I can't get this taste out of my mouth.
I bet it's actually the bath water that you're tasting.
I was going to say the same thing. It's
I don't know what
water.
bathwater you're talking about.
The bath water that we saw you spit out of your mouth. Anyways, you know what?
I reach around to a nearby table and grab a bar of soap and start lathering myself up and actually dedicated washing. I'm done.
You are all able to wash up, get clean. Is there anything else you'd like to accomplish in this bath?
We should probably figure out what we're going to do after we get out of the bath. Where are we going to go? Now that we're clean and lined up.
What city is this even? Did we didn't come back. I remember.
Ilverness.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
I do remember. I don't think we
Well-
should stay here for too much longer.
No.
And if it's all the same to everybody else, I don't think we should stay it. But then we got via Larkin.
Well, we also don't want anybody to suspect that we know more than we should or have any reason to come after us for whatever. So maybe just a cordial goodbye and move on. I did want to see if there was a temple to Cord here.
You can ask one of the staff.
Yeah.
Actually, since I was out around on my own for a bit, did I see maybe any sign of a temple?
Make a retroactive perception check, because that's what we do now.
That's a 7.
You don't seem to remember seeing one.
I'm sure there's one around here, Petals.
Excuse me, and I call and wave at the nearest staff person.
Hello, how can I help you?
Everything's lovely. First off, I'd just like to say, we were wondering if there are any temples in town.
Temples. Yes, there are a few temples. There's one to the goddess Cernre. That is our newest temple. It was constructed about 2 years ago.
Oh, exciting.
Yes, it's very exciting. We also have a small shrine to Pelor. If you take a 20-minute horse ride south, you can find the Temple of Cord. There are some monks that live there.
Oh,
it's more of a monastery, really.
That's perfect. Thank you. I turn and look at Salix. 20 minutes? That's a long horse ride. That seems like an awful lot of work.
No, that's really not that far. 20 minutes of a ride is really...
That's a long time.
I used to walk about 6 to 8 hours to get to the temple that I trained at originally. So,
It's really not that long once you get going.
One way? 6 to 8 hours one way?
Yeah.
You don't have to come back.
Well,
No, I would go out, I would stay for a couple days, and then I'd come back. And, when you only have to really rest, sleep for 4-ish hours, then it really adds in a lot of extra time in your day.
Okay. I mean...
Time is kind of relative.
Yeah, I guess. If that's where you want to go, we'll go. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to go...
Great. No, it's great. It's great. Absolutely great. I want to go. I want to go with you. I do.
I don't really believe you.
What? No, I do.
Okay.
Are we outside of the bathhouse, or are we still kind of discussing this inside?
We're still in the bath.
Okay.
Currently.
This is a real random question. If you were to take a bounty in one city, could you turn it in another? Is there the same centralized government, or is that not at all how it works?
It depends on who issued the bounty. If the bounty is issued by an imperial force, like the Crown's Guard, yes, you could fill it in any city. If it's issued, it depends on who issued the bounty. If it was a local guard or a local shop owner who issued it, no, you'd have to return to the shop owner. So it just depends.
This might be an unusual suggestion, but if we wanted an excuse to get out of town quickly, we could take a bounty.
What bounty would we take?
I assume they're posted somewhere.
What do we have to do for a bounty?
Well, you usually go out, you find someone, you capture them or kill them, and if you kill them, you bring back proof. If you capture them, you bring back person, and you get paid.
I don't really want to kill people if I don't have
Ideally.
to.
I've never really hunted a person before.
Well, I suppose it's like hunting any other creature. You just are looking for different habits and different marks. And are they always humans or people?
Sometimes there are monsters. Those are usually the ones I go for.
I vote for a
Doesn't feel
monster.
quite as bad.
Well, yeah, we could see. add it to the list.
Sounds great.
Sure,
As
I'm
long
okay
as
with
I
it.
can put some more stuff on a map, we're good to go, right? I don't know about the rest of you, but I am getting pruny.
Yeah. Here. Do you want this soap you can wash off?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wash off as well.
I will take this time to dunk under and I'm actually going to just sit at the bottom of the pool on the deeper end for a moment or two. Just cross-legged, let myself float to the sink to the bottom, and just sit there for a few moments.
Okay. You are eventually able to wrap up your evening. The cost of your bill is going to be 3 gold pieces and 2 silvers for all of the food and wine you have consumed.
Are we still in the bath, or is it kind of like at a register type of thing?
It's at a register.
Hey, Petals, let me take care of this. And I'll reach into my bag and I'll actually grab... I'll grab 7 gold pieces. And I'll go to the register, and whoever's there, I'll say, here.
Oh, this is too much.
Why don't you keep it? And if anybody asks for 3 elves and a halfling, maybe you forgot.
Make a persuasion check with an advantage.
Well, that was a 21. Yeah, that's a higher one.
She gives you a subtle wink. I have no idea what you're talking about. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your patronage.
I don't say anything, and I walk back to the bathhouse to get my stuff.
Mm-hmm. You all have all of your things. You're fully dressed. You are absolutely clean, spotless, feeling nice and fresh. What now?
Well, we should maybe, I guess, go find a bounty. See if there's anything that we want to take. And I could go to the Monastery of Cord by myself, or you all could come with me.
I want to go with you. It's been a while since we've been to a monastery. I kind of miss it.
Bounty first, temple second. Everybody together. I guess. I don't want to speak for Kyrie.
Kendell, you would know that Kyrie and Kendell, and probably Devereux would all know this since you've got more time in town, that you can enter any tavern and find bounties on the board.
Oh, I think we may be able to find some over here. And no matter what the temperature is outside, I say, oh, it's a little cold out here, huh? And I put my hood over my head.
You find the nearest tavern, make your way in. This is called the this is not the Basilisk and the Bastille. That is the tavern you are avoiding, am I correct? Okay. This is the Salty Sow. On the board, there are a few notes. Mostly they look handwritten. The first is a call to for soldiers. Your pay will be 5 gold per day, and you sign up at the local city hall. You would basically be going to sign up and train as an Imperial soldier during the war. The next one is... The next one reads... Help! I've been hearing distant screams for the past few nights, and coming from the old abandoned mill. I'm too terrified to go and investigate myself, but I fear it might not be long before whatever lies within its walls decides to investigate me first. I don't have much, but I know coin is a great motivator. If you're interested, ask for Eldrazi at Badger and Barrow.
Oh, that one sounds good. We
That
don't
sounds
really
fun
need
and
coin
interesting.
that much.
And it's more helpful than morally dubious.
Yeah. I don't really think any of us want to end up having a long-term thing right now anyways.
I don't think so.
Sure, I think we should get it.
Okay.
You do
Dev, any thoughts?
You do a bit of
I'm
bar
all for
hopping
it.
until you find the Badger and Barrow. It's down the road a little bit, maybe like a 5-minute walk. And the worker there, the bartender, is a gnomish man who looks maybe in his later years. He's a wizened, spry thing with tufts of white hair around his head with a bald spot in the middle. Shiny bald patch. And he greets you as you enter. Oh, hello! Welcome to the Barrow and... Oh, I'm sorry, the Badger and the Barrow. I'm Eldrazi. How can I help you?
Oh, we were actually looking for you.
Oh, are you coming to collect the bounty?
Yes. I've never done this before. It's very exciting.
Well, where's the proof of the monster you slayed? I'm assuming it's a monster. It sounds like a monster.
Oh, no, we wanted to find details about it so we could do it.
Oh, sure, of course. I've been hearing distant screaming for the past few nights, coming from the old abandoned mill. I'm terrified to go investigate it myself. You should go check it out and let me know what it is. I would be careful though, the building is quite rickety.
Do you know what kind of screaming this is? Does it
Loud
sound like anything
screaming.
in particular?
Very loud screaming. Like a whale.
And where is the mill?
Oh, the mill is south of town.
Oh. About how far on horseback would you say it is?
If I had to guess, depending on how fast your horse is, maybe 5-10 minutes.
Perfect. All right.
Exquisite.
We will go take a look at it.
Well, be careful.
We will. Thank you.
Very well. Can I get you something to drink?
No, I think I've had enough for today. Especially if we're gonna go find some whaling.
Best of luck. Oh, the reward. Do you want to know how much it is?
Oh, yes, please.
It's about 30 gold pieces. That's all I can spare right now.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine.
And anything you find there, of course.
Just giving it away.
Does the mill belong to anyone? Well, it's abandoned.
No, it's abandoned. It's been abandoned for quite some time. The Empire takes care of us now.
Of course. All right. Well, we'll go take a look at it. Come on. Let's get going, I guess.
Bye.
Did anybody have anything they wanted to do before we left town?
No, I think we should get going.
Okay.
I just want to be with my friends.
I kind of
Have to.
I do look around the establishment to see if anybody was kind of watching us a little too intently.
Why don't you make a perception check?
I have a memory question.
Yes, ma'am.
Did we pay our tab at the place we were staying before?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking, because Salix would not leave an open tab.
I got a 22 for my perception.
You notice a couple people looking, a couple people watching.
Okay. Alrighty. Temple of Court it is.
Okay.
Was there
Well,
something
we-
you needed to do, Kyrie?
No.
Okay.
Head out?
Yep.
Okay. With Eldrazi's directions, I will say it's also about getting around after lunchtime now, maybe 3 in the afternoon. You follow his directions south. A little bit southeast is where the road takes you off. It is, 1 second. It is exactly as you expect from an old abandoned mill. It almost looks like it's about to fall apart. As you ride up on horseback, you see that this place has been overgrown with leaves and vines. It's being reclaimed by nature. It's a large wooden building, and it sits at the top of a cresting hill around which a stream flows. At the bottom, there's this section up top right here where you've got your big building, and then a sheer cliff to the water. The water kind of comes around. There's a clearing, an open space right at the bottom where you can climb up, maybe 3 or 4 stories up these rickety wooden stairs. What would you like to do?
I kind of just stare at it for a little bit. Hands at my side.
We have not taken a long rest since that. Yep. Okay. Just double checking. I just put in that last short rest we got, but
Well, so we could tackle this tonight, or we could go on to the monastery and then come back to this in the morning after we've had time to rest and gather ourselves. And then if we find anything, we can, bring it back to town.
I think that's a good idea, Petals.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, I don't hear any wailing right now.
Yeah, I'd hate to explore it when it starts getting dark. This looks like it'd be spooky.
Yeah. But we know where it is now. I'm sorry, Kyrie?
Oh, nothing. No, Kyrie did not say anything. That was just...
Okay. Should we go on then?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I mark it in my map. We'll be
Perfect.
back for this spooky mill.
Clamber back up onto your horses and head down south on this trail. You do see a signpost that reads Monastery of the Four Winds. And it's got a direction post this way, and it says 1 mile.
Well, that's where we need to go. Perfect. Continue.
Can I get a perception check from everybody?
$18.
3 plus. So 5.
23.
Okay. Devereux? 5? All right. Good to know. I'm the worst, I know.
Yeah.
All right. You continue to ride south on this trail. The evening is approaching and the winds are getting a bitter cold, biting at your faces and ears if they are untucked behind cloaks or hats or hair. It does not take long before you get to this monastery of court.
Wait, did I see anything?
No?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Outside, you see quite a sight. You see about 7 monks, all engaged in various forms of combat with each other. They are all barefoot, all of them save one are men, and the men wear these trousers that are very loose and tight around their waists and their ankles, but the rest of them are very baggy. As all of you approach, it's hard to tell whether they are fighting or dancing. Maybe a combination of the two. It looks so choreographed, but the strikes that are landing are very real. A few times you hear a bone crack, or a huff of pain, or a heavy breath. It's enchanting, almost. And then there's one off to the side, one person standing off to the side. Very strong, wide fellow with buzzed hair, bald head, dark, heavy brows, and a kind of a stern expression on his face as he watches what's unfolding. As you all approach, his gaze turns to you. Halt! Who goes there?
I am Salix of the Evertrees. I am a monk of court, and I've come to share news.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that was good.
Persuasion. Oh, I'm glad that was good. 17.
Very well. Tie your horses to the post and enter.
Thank you.
The
Will do.
fighters do not even wince at the lot of you coming by. None of them seem to encroach in any of your spaces, but they kind of go on as if unbothered entirely by your presence. You see a massive statue to the Stormlord stands as the first and foremost thing that you see in this building. On either side are 2 mahogany doors. He leads you into the right one, and you see that this is a massive hall. Dining hall, great hall, some sort. Many different purposes. Like a common room for meals. Come in. And he gestures you to come in and join him at a table. This is our common room, the Great Hall. Those who wish to seek Kord's favor or protection are always welcome, but you are expected to give the gift of coin or food, craft, or service based on your ability.
I already have a pouch ready with various healing herbs to make just basic salves, things I've collected over the journey.
Yeah, this isn't new to you at all.
No. So I step up to the altar and I open the pouch and I lay each component down and I kneel, bow my head, and say a quick prayer.
Very well.
I follow suit and do the same thing. I've seen her do it quite often.
Thank you for receiving us.
You are quite welcome. What can we do for you here?
Yes, I was just coming to do a bit of research, see if I could borrow the library for a few hours to research a bit about all the various gods. I worry that my studies weren't as broad as they should have been when I first joined. And I've just run into questions that I wanted to get answers for.
That's fair. That can be accomplished. Do you wish to train as well? Any of you wish to train?
That too, yes, I could probably use a little bit of helps with some of my stances.
Of course.
I look at Devin and Kyrie, but I just say, do you have any spare beds for a while?
Yes, we do. They are small and homely, but they will do.
I could sleep on the floor if I had to.
That much I understand. So 4 rooms. We have space. We can accommodate. I will let the others know.
Thank you.
Would you like access to our library right now, presently?
Yes, please. I think I should probably let my body rest a little bit more before I test it. Exercise the mind while the body rests, right?
Yes. Very good. I will lead you. Follow me. You see the eyes of a few monks kind of look around, land on your faces. You get the sense that they're studying you, sizing you up. This man, who introduces himself to you as Master Jeremiah, takes you back to out of this main hall into a smallish library. It looks like maybe it could hold maybe 10 or 15 people or so. Books from the floor to the ceiling, the 10-foot ceiling. There's one wall that has a few windows on it, but this is a pretty dark room with a few chairs and writing desks in it. I will call you when dinner is ready if you'd like.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
He takes his leave.
I will immediately start looking at books, specifically regarding, gosh, where do I want to start?
While you're thinking about that, Kyrie, Devereux, and Kendell, what are you doing? Kyrie?
I think I'll just probably hang out in the library, just try and pick out a book that looks interesting and just read to pass the time.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to look for specifically?
If they have anything on medicine or elf or halfling biology. Anatomy, I guess, is probably the better word for it.
Say that again. Elf anatomy?
Yeah, elf or halfling anatomy.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Sure.
I like this one. I'm going to look for really anything that has to do with liches and defeating them, like how to take them down, as well as I'm very interested in a little bit more history about the Raven Queen. Because some of the things that have happened recently have made me want to know a little bit more there, since I've been pretty lax.
I think that when Salix is usually training, that Kendall spent a lot of time in the Cord Temple by our mountain in the library. So I want to go look for anything that shows different factions or symbols. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Salix, give me an investigation check, and Kendall, give me an investigation check. Kyrie, would you roll?
19.
Okay, you actually find 2 books on each, Halfling Anatomy and Elven Anatomy. The Elven Anatomy is massive. There are so many variations of elves that they can be very different. It also goes into Half-Elven Anatomy, which is also there's another set of permutations from there as well going on.
Yeah.
19 for me
Okay.
for investigation.
All right.
I got a 21.
Okay. Kyrie, I'll say for you, if you take the time to read all 4 of these books, specifically focusing on wood elves, I will give you, I will give you advantage on any medicine check made on the siblings.
Okay. They don't just let you take these books, do they? How long would it take to read them?
A couple hours, maybe 5
Oh,
hours.
a couple hours? And yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go for it. Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Salix, you said you rolled a 19? Or did I make that up? Okay. So the first thing that you're looking for is going to be, remind me again? Liches. Ooh,
Liches. Looking for liches and how to defeat them.
Okay, there's actually quite a section here on liches.
Ooh.
Liches are the remains of great wizards who embrace undeath as a means of preserving themselves. They further their own power at any cost and have no interest in the affairs of the living except where those affairs interfere with their own. Scheming and insane, they hunger for long-forgotten power and the most terrible secrets. Because the shadow of death doesn't hang over them, they can conceive plans that take years, decades, or even centuries to come to fruition. You see a picture of a lich, and it is a gaunt and skeletal humanoid with withered flesh stretched tightly across its bones. Its eyes succumbed to decay long ago, but points of light burn in those empty sockets, like pupils. This one is garbed in the moldering remains of fine clothing and jewelry, worn and dulled by the passage of time. You learn that no wizard takes up the path to lichdom on a whim. Essentially, the process of becoming a lich is a well-guarded secret as well. Wizards that seek lichdom often make bargains with fiends, evil gods, or other foul entities. Many turn to Orcus, the demon prince of undeath, whose power has created countless liches over time. However, those that control the power of lichdom always demand fealty and service for their knowledge. This also does mention the Whispered One, and that he is a more recent kind of venue for power. Essentially, a lich is created by an arcane ritual that traps a wizard's soul with a phylactery. Doing so binds the soul to the mortal world, preventing it from traveling to the outer planes after death. A phylactery is traditionally an amulet in the shape of a small box, but it can take the form of any item possessing an interior space into which arcane sigils of naming, binding, immortality, and dark magic are inscribed in silver. With the phylactery prepared, the future lich drinks a potion of transformation, a vial concocted of poison mixed with the blood of sentient creature whose soul is sacrificed to the phylactery. The wizard dies, and then rises again, as its soul is drawn into the phylactery where it forever remains. You also know that liches must periodically feed souls to its phylactery to sustain the magic. A lich that fails or forgets to maintain its body with sacrificed souls begins to physically fall apart and even may become a demi-lich. This book talks about specifically defeating them, talking about destroying the phylactery first and then attacking the mortal body with magic and physical strength. When a lich's body is broken by accident or assault, the will and the mind of the lich drains from it, leaving only a lifeless corpse behind. Within days, a new body will form next to the lich's phylactery, coalescing out of glowing smoke. Because the destruction of its phylactery means that the possibility of eternal death, a lich usually keeps its phylactery in a hidden, well-guarded location. As far as... You can keep reading into this. I'll also send it to you. As far as the Raven Queen goes, she's a little bit... she's actually in a section near to liches because she considers liches to be the ultimate abomination. She is the god of death, of fate, and of winter. And she has no real name that you know of. You discover that there are many rumors surrounding her rise to godhood. Some rumors talk about the way she defeated Neril. They call her that she was a powerful sorceress who died and was, when she died, she went to Neril, and Neril picked her to be his consort, and eventually she rose up and slew him, taking his throne. There's also a rumor that she was a powerful elven queen who was attempting to solve the rift between Corellon and Lolth, and was unsuccessful in doing so. What the book is sure about is that she is known as the Mistress of Fate for a reason. She has those serve in service to her called the Shatterkai, who are almost elven creatures, like not exactly dark elves, but a very interesting form of an elf, who will often go and collect memories for her. It's said that if a loved one dies prematurely, you can go to the Shadowfell where she resides and petition for them to be restored back to their body, but it comes at a price. Her favorite gift is silt from the river Styx, for it contains memory and power. She is also unforgiving of necromancers, of those who, not necessarily necromancers, but those who create undead, who the creation of the undead is not the worst part for her. You gather that for her, the worst part is attempting to prolong your life through unnatural means. Because without death, life loses its meaning. Kendell, you find a book of religious sigils. Being to flip through it. What did you roll on your investigation check?
21.
Oh yeah, it doesn't take you long to find it. What are you looking for? That one that you saw in the cavern?
Yes, I am looking for this.
You find that in a very particular section dedicated to the Whispered One, to Vecna. There are several symbols for Vecna. Some of them are a hand with an eye in the middle. Some of them are it's a circle, kind of a circular shape at the bottom with 4 talons that come up. Some of them are a half-decayed skull. But this one is special because this one belongs to the Sons of Vecna. The Sons of Vecna, you learn, are a circle of necromancers whose sole purpose in life is to find the missing artifacts used by the ancient necromancer, and now god, Vecna, and to attain lichdom. They are always looking for the hand and the eye of Vecna, 2 of his most powerful relics. Or 2 of his most powerful relics. They are a bit disorganized, but they are powerful.
Do I read anything about the ritual that I saw?
You don't find anything about unless you want to look for that specifically. You'd have to find it in a different book.
Do you tell Salix what you're looking at?
I'd imagine that I'd grab whatever books I thought might have the information in it that I was looking for and sit next to her and read. Petals.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, we actually seem to be... Oof. We're reading some heavy stuff these days.
Don't have much of a choice.
That's true. What do you... are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, I found it.
Oh.
Look, this is what they had painted in blood in that cave.
Oh.
They're the sons of Vecna.
I've heard of that. Ugh, oh man, I remember when I had to read this. Oh, what book is this?
The one that I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Signs and Sigils of San Maria.
Signs and Sigils of San Maria.
Oh, I remember when the elders made me read this one. That's why that symbol looked familiar. I couldn't quite connect it all the way. It definitely looked familiar. Okay, well, whew.
Kind of
Okay.
makes sense. Look, they're always looking for these artifacts, this hand and this eye, and I think that's what this means. Kind of looks like a hand and an eye. Well, I mean, it's definitely an eye.
Oh yeah, that's definitely an eye right there.
What I can't figure out though is why they wanted Sura.
Well, if you're looking for power and dominion, great thing to have on your side as a war oracle. Or at least, even if they're not on your side, in your dungeon. Willing or not, I can assume that this Vecna, they probably wanted a little insight into how their war would go.
Why would they want to kill her though? Well, that's what they were doing, right?
Well, it seemed like what they said, that they can't let the air something. It was, oh gosh, what was
they were
it?
trying to.
They were trying to protect her. I think they, judging by the symbols on the ground, I think it was more of a location, like, hey, this is where we are. Come get us, or something. It's not really my flavor of magic.
Oh, I'll say so.
Yeah.
I wonder. I guess a lot of people are looking into their future, aren't they?
Well, it seems like everybody's worried about what will happen. There's so many things going on.
Especially a bunch of them with only one eye.
Yeah. It's hard to keep a lookout.
Because they can't really see for themselves. Need an oracle, right? Salix? Salix.
Yes. Oh.
Hey, there's usually maps around here, right? Maybe Dev found them already.
Speaking of, Dev, what are you doing?
While everyone's tending to their own books, I'm scampering around the library looking for books pertaining to elven history,
Okay.
Particularly with respect to wars and fighting styles.
Okay.
And I'm kind of hoping that I can find these without drawing any attention from Kyrie.
Ooh, make a stealth check first.
Oh no.
Is that against my passive or?
What's your passive?
Not good. 12.
Okay.
It's probably better than an 8. So.
Oh.
So with that, I would say, Kyrie, you notice what Devereux is doing, but you not maybe are because you are engrossed in your book, maybe don't really necessarily see the content or what they're looking at. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, I would probably just notice that they're like flitting around looking at different books, but like I'm reading this and I have like a purpose behind it, so I'm not paying too close attention at all.
Yep. Very good. All right, Devereux, make an investigation check.
Come on. Oh, no.
You do have one advantage currently.
Oh, good. I would love to use it because that is not a good roll. Oh, that's a lot better. How's a 20?
Beautiful. You find a lot of books about elven wars in this Temple of Cord, the Stormlord. The first that you find is that the resounding answer is that elves do not like to get involved in wars. They are usually the very last to be pulled in. They will refrain and search for peace at almost all cost. When they do get involved in a war, though, it quickly becomes very deadly for the other parties. They regret taking every life. You do not find them often taking part in acts of terrorism or interrogation or no, their kills are clean, fast, and done with dignity for the most part. That is sort of their culture that they have. You find out about the Arcane Archer, which is a specific brand of a specific type of fighting style that they take that is native to their culture. And you recognize that. You know that several of the elves that you know from home are Arcane Archers. There's also Eldritch Knights. There are also a lot of mages that participate in battle. They are strategic in the way they do things. What else are you looking for in this?
I'm hoping I might be able to find some insight to maybe the great conflict that Kyrie might have in their past. We don't talk much about it.
Okay. Is Devereux looking for elven wars or wars of the Feywild? Because those are two very different things.
I suppose I wouldn't know the difference.
You would not. Okay. In this case, you would not find any elven wars that Kyrie would be speaking of.
I just want to try and empathize.
You do. I will say, you rolled really high on your investigation check, so I will say you read that elves of the Feywild are much more chaotic than elves of the material plane, and that their wars are much more brutal.
Oof.
So it's just like a side note, like a little blurb inside of one of the books.
Cool.
Very good. What else would you all like to accomplish in this library?
Is there any books about the royal line?
Yes, you can find that.
I would like to help him. I would like to help him with that. We're gonna get 2 eyes on that.
Make
4
an
eyes.
investigation.
We're gonna
check.
get 4 eyes on that.
Make an investigation on that. Overall, each of you, or one with a person with advantage.
Investigation 17.
Ooh. 19.
Okay, so Salix. I'll start with Kendell. Kendell, you find a biography of a man named Quan Mal Massiere. Salix, you find a history of the city of Quan Mal, because you know that in Quan Mal there's a huge Temple of Cord. It is like the pilgrimage place for people, for worshippers of Cord. And it's called Quan Mal because of the man who settled it, the king who settled this area. And it's said that he established the Temple of Cord. The Temple of Cord there is dedicated to him. Kendell. This book is it's a bit of a high-level overview, so it doesn't get into too much detail. Would you like me to go over it very quickly? Okay. It talks about how he was born to a small tribe near Talira, and how he rose to the ranks of the warrior tribe he was a part of, and seemed to have a natural aptitude for leadership and fighting. He was an incredibly talented warrior. He always led with his heart, and people loved him. He actually made it possible for Talira to be established because he fought off monsters that kept his tribe from settling and farming and making use of the viable land. His tribe settled, began to grow, and that's where the city of Talira came from. Quan Mal went on to break off parts of his tribe and settle other places and continue to grow his people and meet new people and forge peace. He eventually married a witch by the name of Zandaria. She was known for her incredible magical prowess. She was a wizard of great renown, and she was his head to his heart. She was very logical, very rational. It was said together they made an amazing team. From there, they took a handful of settlers and crossed the pass between Westbourne and what is now known as Sinmaria, the central plot of land, this continent, where they settled Quan Mal and later on Zandaria, the capital. Naming it after each one after one part of the couple. He wore a crown that was supposedly he wore a very powerful crown that gave him powers. He also had powers on his own right. He was said to be an incredible paladin and an accomplished fighter. He was said to pray to Cord, though there is no the book you read makes sure to cite that there is no actual evidence for this, just hearsay. He had, let's see, 2 children? 2 sons? Let me pull it up real quick. Yes, I do have a family tree. You got 2? No, they had 1 son. Oren. Orron. Oren Massier. Oren had 2 sons, Alaron and Aurelius. I can send you all these names. And from there...
yes, please.
They had another 2 sons. And so the current Empress, Isabella, is Quan Mal's not daughter, not granddaughter, not great-granddaughter. Great-great-granddaughter is the current Empress. It should also be known that Quan Mal and Zandaria lived to be several hundred years old. And they did not have children right away. They did not have their son right away. They had him very late in life, which is incredibly uncommon considering they were both humans to live that long. They were said to have the lifespan of elves somehow. Some people suspect that it was Zandaria who was prolonging their lives, giving them extraordinary powers. Others said that it was Quan Mal's fierce dedication to Cord. But they lived a very long time. It was their grandson Aurelius who started the Crown War. I'm sorry, no, it was their grandson Alaron who started the Crown War. Alaron basically decided that Wolfcrest and Asmarin needed to be a part of the Empire and started a big war that brought everybody under one ruling family, under their ruling family. This also ended up bringing the whole continent of Winter, of Westbourne, of East Haven, and Icemeat, which is the Dwarven continent. So the Dwarven and the Elves are also under the Empire. So he had this big crusade to bring everybody together, and is still kind of considered a bit hated for it. He was called Alaron the Bold. And it is his granddaughter that is currently on the throne. Yep, there's a bit of a family tree sketched out. With what Sura told you, you imagine that her grandfather is Aurelius Massier, who is the brother of that man who started the war. There is no mention of what happened to Aurelius.
None at all? Nothing? No.
That's odd. You would think that a crown prince would be a little bit more well covered in the history books.
I think you're right. Why would they erase him from history?
Well, you know, a lot of times politically, if someone does something that is seen as not culturally acceptable, they are forgotten, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, that's something. I think that's maybe he went into hiding.
Or maybe
He didn't get
Someone-
along with his brother. Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe his brother wanted him to go into hiding. Okay. And I'll close the book and put it away.
Kyrie and Devereux, I would say you would be privy to this conversation. Ah!
There they go.
Goodbye,
Oops.
Devereux.
Oh no.
Keep going. I'll fix this.
Oh, I
Well-
was just gonna say that. Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I'm aware that this conversation is happening, but I'm busy like counting how many ribs elves have or something like that.
Very peculiar indeed.
Yeah. We'll
Hmm.
have to keep an eye on that for information in other places when we go to another library.
We can always figure this out somewhere else.
I kind of nudge you with my elbow and I say,
You could always ask Sura.
I think Sarah's told me enough. She's pretty cute, huh?
She's very lovely.
Wonder if we'll see her again.
She seemed pretty certain she was going to see you again. I hope so.
You should have asked her if you would have seen the Sentinel again.
Well, if we don't, that's okay.
Yeah?
I mean, we're busy anyways.
Yeah, we kind of are. I'm ready for bed.
I'm exhausted.
I'm still so tired.
I am hungry. It's been a few hours. I wonder if it should be getting around to supper time.
Maybe we can get settled into our rooms. They said they'd come and get us when dinner was ready.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll go, I'll find Master Jeremiah and just see.
Kyrie, I don't know if you're done with your book, but we're going to get ready for bed and dinner.
No. Just about. Close my books.
Oh, Dev looks very interested in that book. Can you hear Dev? Oh, no, they're busy. Okay. Just when they're done, tell them that we're going to go to bed and wait for dinner, okay?
Yeah.
Kendell and Salix, the two of you. Kyrie, do you go with them or do you stay behind with Dev?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gone.
Okay. You all make your way to your rooms that you are shown and then off to dinner.
I actually wait for them to show me my room.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as they leave, I kind of go over to Salix's room and I go, can I sleep in here with you?
Of course. It's a small bed, but we can cuddle.
I don't have to sleep in the same bed.
Why not?
Well, we can. It just feels weird not sleeping in the same space as you. And I just throw my stuff on the floor.
All right. Well, it's mine is yours, brother.
Hey, before we go to dinner, I think and I pull out my leather-bound bag of holding. Kyrie, I thought you had the book that tore you in half.
Well, Kyrie asked if they could take a look at it, and I thought about it, and I had my chance to look at the pages concerning my God, and why shouldn't I give them a chance to look at the pages concerning theirs? So I let them borrow it. Why? What happened?
Sarah told me not to pull it out, but looks like Kyrie gave it to Sarah when we went looking.
I'm so sorry. I didn't think they would do anything. I thought they would have just given it back when they were done looking.
I think Kyrie's been through a lot. But you said that you trust me, and for some reason, the universe trusts me. And I had the opportunity to get it back, and instead of doubting myself, I took it.
I'm so proud of you. That's great.
If it's okay with you, I don't think I'll let Kyrie know that I have it.
I hate keeping secrets.
I hate keeping secrets, but as long as you know.
Yeah. They did give it away.
I think
Didn't tell us either.
I think they were getting rid of it more than giving it away.
Yeah.
They may have meant well, but I don't think Sarah was the best person to give it to.
No, I'd say so. We just rescued her from some cultists, so.
People are looking for her, and if they find her, they might find the book.
As you two are talking, are you in your room?
Yeah.
And the door is open or closed?
Closed.
I would have closed it for sure, yeah.
Okay.
We're very quiet voices too,
Yeah,
because
sure. No,
I'm
no.
aware that the walls are not robust here.
Salix, what's your passive?
It is now it's 17.
You hear gentle footsteps walk past your door and stop in front of Kyrie's door. And then you hear... Kyrie.
Come in. I just call out, come in.
In front of you, the door opens, and in front of you is a humanoid figure. They are just a little bit taller than you are, with kind of golden skin, bright golden eyes, long flaxen blonde hair falls down their back. This is a Summer Eladrin.
I like where this is going.
Looking much more feminine, this figure. You see a very, very old friend. Alanae stands in front of you, dressed in the monk garb of cord. You've never seen them in this form before. The last you saw them, they were in a spring Eladrin form, which is the form that they have always had. And as they look at you, you see color flash into their cheeks, eyes growing angry and sad all at the same time. Because you and Alanae grew up together. And then you were on opposite sides of the war. And the last time you saw Alanae, you were trying to kill each other. But neither of you could make the final blow. They look at you, horrified and relieved, with love and anger in their eyes. Frustration. You swear for a second their hand goes towards the dagger at their waist.
Hey.
Salix has her ear up against the door on her side, listening intently.
Kendell is just copying the same thing. Just
They push the door further open. Their hair is much longer now, falling over their much more feminine figure. What are you doing here?
Got kicked out, remember?
I should kill you.
It's over, Alanae. There's no point. It's good to see you again.
She lunges towards you and wraps her arms around your neck, buries her face into your neck, and begins to cry. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
All right. Goddamn.
Yes.
I love y'all.
Love you.
Oh, Jesus.
Alex is like, fuck me. Get me out of here.
No, I love it. I love it. And you know I do.
All right. Well, one day we'll have Ren back. I guess not. It looks like their internet is out.
Yay.
So let's go ahead and sign off. Let's start off with Salix.
Hi, I'm Salix, aka Eris Savad. I'm your friendly rainbow stitchy witch. Because you're watching this show right now, you can get 10% off all of the wonderful things that I make. Like you know what? Like I have this bag that I made the other day, and it's got a tray that matches it, and it's on my website right now, and you can get 10% off when you use the code O4ABAY.
It's in the chat.
Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff on there. And I also play a lot of RPGs, so you can find me doing a lot of stuff all over the place. The best place to find me, though, is on Twitter at Eris_Savad. And that's where all my stuff goes. So you can find everything there.
Thank you, Eris.
Thank you.
Juan Carlos.
Hey, I'm Juan Carlos. And I'm also Kendell Evertree. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Sombrero. I DM for a podcast called Paradise. And we just released a recap episode, so you don't have to get all caught up. You can do the recap episode, and we do episodes every other week. So if you like podcasts and Dungeons and Dragons, come give us a listen, and please let me know what you think. Also working on an unannounced O4A project that most likely will be ready to announce next week. So come back and see us, and you'll know what that is. Yeah, that's me.
Alex.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex. I play Kyrie on this show. And I'm also back in college now, which means I'm not allowed to have any fun, and I'm breaking all the laws by being here. So nothing else really going on right now, though I do have some loose plans for the summer that I might be putting together real soon. So yeah, that's all I got. Follow me on Twitter at axolotlcure. I usually tweet about D&D and food.
And I'm Ren.
Can I be Ren?
Yes, be Ren. Be Ren.
Hey everyone, I'm Ren. I play Devereux Thistlebrook. A halfling fighter. Kind of lazy. Don't like to do anything too much. But working on a podcast called Roads Uncharted, coming out in March. And yeah, it was a pleasure playing with all of you.
Oh my god!
That was so Ren! I love it so much.
Love you, Ren.
We're making Ren smile and scowl. My name is Camille.
Smile.
Love you, Ren.
We love you, Ren. My name is Camille. You can find me on Twitter at CamilleDoesDND. You can also find the channel on Twitter at Open4Adventure. If you type Open FOR Adventure in the search, it will pop us up, just to let you know. It is an exciting time to be alive right now. We have 4 shows that are on regularly. We also have a Princess Party that comes on every few months. We're also working on our 2nd edition of Match for Adventure. As soon as I get my stuff together and put it together. Yeah. I want to give a special shout out to our subscribers. That's not what I was going to say, but also to our subscribers. Thank you for being subscribers. And also another special shout out to our sponsors. I almost said patrons. Y'all, I'm struggling. Our sponsors, Campaign Coins. They're amazing people. Is there sponsors? Yeah, there's a sponsors thing. Sponsor. Yeah, thank you, Lady Dame. You're the best. Their Campaign Coins are amazing. None of us did our favorite moments, but I'll go into mine. My favorite moment was the last moment when I got to see Alex get like, ah! And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be very good. I'm very excited. Catch us same time, same place next week. And, yeah, anything else before I roll the credits?
Love you all.
I love you all.
My favorite was the salty bath.
Yes, very good. Eris, what was your favorite?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I think the bath scene. Bathhouses, they're the place to go
They are.
when you need some bonding time.
Mm-hmm. Warm fuzzies, thank you, Dax, or warm fuzzies, Callan, and Beltravis. Thank you.
Woo!
Delayed reaction.
Alex, what was your favorite part of the session?
Bathhouse for sure. That got me. That was hysterical.
That was so good. That was so good. All right, friends and fiends, we will see you next time. Until then, bye.